You grab your phone. You see who's in your DMs. Today, Maino was in my DMs.
Mine too.
He was in your DMs too?
100%.
And that makes me a little nervous sometimes.
You check DMs first, though, right?
Before the regular timeline?
Before the regular.
Yeah, because it pops up. I don't get a lot of DMs.
Right.
I only get so it's a small number. It usually it'd be like 1 to 4.
Nah, I don't
Yeah,
believe
it's small because it's only the people I follow. Then
Really?
You don't check that dark area. That's why.
No, I only
Oh, the
check that
dark-
once in a while.
The dark area.
The
Yeah,
unknown.
The unknown.
I only go into the unknown like once a month, maybe twice a month, just to see. Because sometimes I find things in there, interesting things in the unknown. But in my people I know DMs,
Right.
today Maino was in them because he
Hey.
dropped the hi Maino. By the way, Maino's here today.
Hey, yeah, by the way,
Hi Maino.
how you feeling?
I'm good. I'm happy to see you, man.
Oh man, I'm happy to see you.
So Maino was DMing me. Well, not DMing. He was sharing a song that he
Clip.
did.
Yeah, I was up all night and I was bothered, right, by this whole situation with Junior in the Bronx.
Lesandro, Guzman.
Yeah, yeah, and what happened? It was like touching my soul. And then I had posted something last night, and you responded, and you commented, and then today what happened was that new footage came out, and it kind of really bothered me, man. You know, like as a father, right, as a person with a 15-year-old son. You know, and this young boy is only 10 days older than my son.
So you felt like personally connected
Yeah,
to, right?
that really touched me. I mean, I gotta be honest, man. I'm from the street. I'm seeing a lot. You know, I partook in a lot, right? But I've never seen nothing like that. So it was kind of heavy on my heart. So I wanted to kind of get that out. And you know,
So you went to the studio?
I was in the studio.
Oh, you were
already
already in the studio.
I was in the studio.
So is this a song about him specifically, or just about the times? And because there's a lot going on.
Yeah, it's a lot going
Yeah.
on, and I think that the music at some point should start reflecting the time. It's about him, but I'm mentioning other things. Like it's not like
But
just
it's
the whole
inspired
song.
by him, right? It's inspired by that situation.
I talk about him, you know, by name, and you know, because I you know, any human I feel like was bothered by that, you know.
Yeah, because there was so many layers to it, right? It was this brutal, horrific murder that that people just watched happen in real time, and then there were so many points where it could have went different, where somebody could have helped, where somebody could have called the police. Where there was so many ways and moments that it could have been different, and we had to watch them not be. And then we watched people have their phones out and not call the police, and
Right.
it's like all the things that are wrong. It's like we're forced to look at it.
Right.
It's violence.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's like gang life. It's looking the other way.
Right.
It's caring too much about your social media page more than human life. It's just a lot that is really disturbing about it. So when you say I know how you feel because
Right.
I think the whole city feels like
Yeah,
you feel.
you know what? I didn't realize that everybody felt that way. Like,
It's not just the city, by the way. This has
Right, it's a
gone
lot of
past in
people.
the country. Like
Yeah.
people are feeling this all over the world. This
and you know,
story.
like we desensitized to a lot of it. You know, with social media, we used to seeing this and we used to seeing that. And, you know, like, but I really feel like this situation kind of hit home for a lot of people. You know, Swiss called me like about 5 a.m. after I put the clip up, and we talked for like an hour. And you know, he was affected by it. Like everybody I know that has kids, that has loved ones.
Doesn't
Yeah,
have
like,
kids, that has a heart, that is a human being with a pulse. Like you can't watch
Yeah.
that and not feel that. And I think, and I know, I just feel like everybody is, whether you're a celebrity, whether you're the person next door, whether you live across the country,
Right.
never been to the Bronx, don't know the Bronx, you can't watch that and not feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
So anyway, I get how you must have felt last night in the studio.
Tears.
Did you get was it tears? Yeah.
I mean, that's how, you know, when you make music like that, it comes out purer like that. You know, because it's just emotion. It's let me talk. Let me get it off my chest. You understand? I've never met him or his family, but you know, we all got loved ones. We all got loved ones, and you know, that kind of resonates with all us.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna play the song right now. It's brand new. He just made it last night. I'm gonna play the song right now.
This morning.
And this morning, and I didn't want to just
been
play it. I
asleep yet.
definitely called Maynard, like, come up, let's talk about it before you play it, because it's on everybody's hearts, it's on everybody's minds in the city. Again, our thoughts, our prayers, our condolences, our love to his entire family, and we'll talk some more in a little bit. I was watching video today of the family and the mom. By the way, his mom, she is.
Couldn't even imagine.
But she's such a. I mean, I watched her. She walked out, and I watched her. I mean, I've seen her on the news. I've seen her crying. But I know she's in extreme pain, and somehow in that grief and in that pain, she walks out of the funeral, and there's people outside screaming his name, handing her flowers, and she's putting her hand out and thanking people and being gracious and like
crack the smile.
That type of strength is like otherworldly. You know what I'm saying? Like she is a pillar of strength in this moment to even be able to be gracious to anyone at that moment. It's just amazing. God bless her. God bless their family. It's awful.
Indeed.
Anyway, so you tell them about the song.
Yeah, man.
Well, can they hear it? Or we're gonna put it on the site, right?
Yeah, we're gonna put it on the site. Like I literally made the song this morning. Literally, I was still making it at 5, and we just threw it out, right? And so it's available in my link in my bio on my Instagram, and then we're gonna make it available on Apple Music and everywhere else.
Can I ask you a question? I'm sorry, separately.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that keeps coming up in my brain about this is like, and everybody keeps talking about the fact that everybody was watching with their camera phones, and then the other day somebody was like really angry at the people passing by. I guess there was a point where 2 nurses were passing by, right? Mm-hmm. And they were angry, like they should have did, And then in the room we started talking about it, and we're like, those 2 nurses, I don't know who they are. I don't know who their story was. Yes, it would have been great if they would have called the police. I don't know what their story was. I don't know how many times they see fights on that block.
Right.
I don't know what their life is like. It's 2 women.
Right.
Maybe they just, you walking home from your job. If you see fights all the time, you might just see it as a fight. You might not know how bad. And those 2 women might have just went about just
and
trying to be
the
safe.
average.
I don't know. I don't know. There are other people that probably knew how bad it was. There are other people who were in the store, people who were videoing the whole thing that knew how bad it was and still didn't. What is that?
Right.
And from you, and I know, Maino, you have certain, you have a certain stance in this culture about, snitching or calling cops or any of that. But in a situation like this, man.
Well, those people not held to those standards because they not street people. Like, they not held in that regard. Like, they civilians, they everyday working class people. They didn't take a conscious decision to be in the street and involve themselves with street things. So them calling the police is right about their alley, right?
So why do you think nobody did it?
People don't know how they act. And most people, like the average person, doesn't really know how they're gonna act.
Even a police or ambulance or medical attention I don't know.
I think it was fear and shock at the same time, like seeing blood and stuff. Because what really drove me over the edge is when he came in the store the first time and they pushed him out, and then when he came back the second time, that really did something to me because I was like, man, like maybe they could have held him and put some pressure on the bleeding and then called the cops, but they act like they didn't want him in the store then, get out the store. Like, so, people, I don't know, I really don't know. It's hard to really say what you would do, what somebody else should have done. I really don't know, man.
It's true, and we're trying to figure it out now. And it's like when something like this happens, you just want to be angry, right? Because it's so unfair and it's so terrible, right? So you just want to point fingers and this should have did this, you should have did this. But really, this is the type of situation where everybody has to stop and reflect. And what could have everybody done better? And what could we all do better?
Right.
All of us, everyone.
But, of course, all of us. I mean, I even talk about on the song, I'm even guilty of certain things. Like, somebody may listen to me and listen to what I'm talking about today and maybe like, come on, homie, like you got 100 songs talking about violence. And indeed I do, but one doesn't have anything to do with the other because I'm still affected by certain other things, and I don't have all the answers, and I'm not afraid to say that. Like, I don't have all the answers.
But this ain't it.
Right. I'm a product of whatever my environment was, and whatever I felt like I had to do at the time I done it, I felt like I needed to live like that. But at the same time, like, I can't look at that and not be affected, and then I have the outlet to make music. So I want to make the truest music that I can make.
I think in this moment, it's like paying respect to his family, letting his family grieve. But I just don't want, I think there's a lot to learn from what happened in terms of how we handle with social media, how we police our communities, how people respond to emergency in the community, like all those things are to be.
Yes, the response, like seeing the police that bothered me, just standing there.
It bothered everybody. It should. Anyway, our thoughts and prayers are with everybody today. Because it's, it's the friends, it's the family. I can't imagine their pain, but even people who all over the city who just watch it, who feel pain.
Yeah.
If you have a heart, you can't watch that and not feel pain.
You can't. And then I don't think we're used to seeing something like that because, I think a lot of it has to do with us actually visually watching those steps, watching how it played out, knowing that we're watching him take his last, bit of breath, and then finding out that it was a mistake, mistaken identity, right? So it's like,
there's so many layers.
Right. He went not knowing what this was about. He had to have been scared or frightened or whatever the situation was.
It's just tragic. It's tragic. Anyway, I want to open the phones because I know there's probably people listening. There might be friends, family. It might be people just don't want to talk. So we're going to take some calls. 800-585-1051. It's Power 1051. Who's this?
Yes, hello. Hi, this is Tashima. I'm calling from the Bronx.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
I am heartbroken. I'm a mother of 3. I have 2 boys, 16 and 15, and my heart goes out to his family, Angie, the whole world. This is just terrible.
I know,
and
baby.
I heard you guys on the radio. I was so prompted to call in. Guys, we got to stop this violence among our youth. This is crazy. This young man was killed for what? A good kid. How could they live with themselves after what they said to that poor boy?
I know, Mama. And the thing is, I feel you, and I feel your pain, and I think a lot of people in the city do.
Oh my God!
The truth is, we gotta pull ourselves together because the truth is that the pain that we all feel.
Yes.
Is not even a fraction of what his mother or his family feels,
That's
right? So
I'm
we have to pull ourselves together, and we have to
Right.
figure out what we can do to help moving forward, right? That's what we could do as
God
that's
will
it.
see us through. He will see us through, and He'll give us the strength. And I pray for his family and the whole city. We just gotta pray for them, Angie. I'm over here now.
I have been every day, baby, with you, along with you.
It's incredible. The outpouring out here, for
Where in the
is incredible.
Where in the Bronx are you, Mama?
I'm right here near the where they're having his funeral, Southern Boulevard. I'm right here looking for parking so I could go pay my respects.
Oh,
I'm heartbroken.
God bless.
Like every mother, everybody in the city, our heart goes out to his family and Bronx. When you see something later for all that snitching, if it's necessary, you call, you do what you got to do later for all that. Because if that's your family member, you would not want to see him in a casket. So all my young people, stand up. Stop the violence.
Yes.
Don't forget the phone. If you see somebody getting hurt, don't record. Help them. Let's stop this today, please.
That's a great message.
Let's stop it.
That's what you got to do. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
God bless you, baby. Thank you for calling today.
God bless you, too.
Power 1051, hello?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, baby. Who's this?
Danielle. I'm originally from the Bronx. I moved upstate. But is this Angie?
Yeah, it's me. It's Angie. Hi, baby.
Hi, I'm really close with Becca's. How are you?
Oh, my brother. I'm going to be with Pecos Thursday. We're doing the Sabathia charity event at Yankee Stadium.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a minute, but yeah, I grew up with Becca's in Soundview.
He's playing first base. I cannot be responsible for how that goes. Maino, you should come. Maino's here with us.
Invite
Maino, you
me.
should come Thursday.
Where's that?
Yankee Stadium. We're doing
Yeah.
a big charity event in the
Okay.
Bronx. And you should come.
Yeah, let me know.
All right, good.
Times.
I'm
I'll pull up.
I'm going to give you all the info. Anyway, how you holding up today, Mama?
All right, okay, thanks. This is the last day of school. I work for the school system, so this hit me all around. As a parent working for the school system, it's just, first and foremost, kudos to the song because it hit home. It definitely hit home. I have a 19-year-old and a 20-year-old girl, girls rather, and I moved upstate about 6 years ago just to get away from it, most of it all. But every single child that walks in and out of my school as an assistant principal are my babies. And it can happen to any one of them. And every day they leave, I think about that, to be honest with you. I have a population of 700 kids, and they're babies, kindergarten to 5th grade. But nowadays, you don't know who it's going to hit and when it's going to hit and why it's going to hit. And it's just like saying bye to my babies today, because today was their last day. Tears streaming down our faces because you don't know what's going to happen over the summer, and it's a sad, sad world.
Yeah.
It's just and another
thank
thing
you
is
for what you do. Thank you for what you do.
thank you.
Because I'm sure
Thank
you make the
thank
lives of a
you.
lot of those kids better than it would have been without you. So thank you for that.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for acknowledging it. It's just, a good kid. He was in, what was he? He was in the police, not the academy, but the,
Yeah, he wanted to do
I
good.
forgot what they call it.
Yeah, he wanted to do
thank
good.
you.
Anyway, God bless him, and God bless you, and thank you for what you do, sweetie. Thank you for calling today.
You're welcome, Angie. Thanks. God bless.
All right, you too. It's Power 105.1.